Okay, so we're just going to take a second to introduce ourselves. I'm Ludwig Kitzman. We're streaming Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions today. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can't, just let me know. We can keep adjusting audio and so forth. I'm joined by one of the developers today, if you don't mind introducing yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Craig and I'm from Lucid Games.
So Lucid Games is actually the offshoot. Well, I mean, some of you guys came from Bazaar.
Yep, that's right. Yeah. It's set up by a group of ex-Bazaar Creations guys. We've been going for over 3 years now. So we're sort of an indie studio.
And some of you guys worked on you worked on Bloodstone. I think that was the final.
Oh yeah, some guys. Yeah, it was some guys on Bloodstone, some guys obviously on the PGRs and the Blurs, and obviously on some of the guys on Geometry Wars as well.
Right, so I'm just going to jump into classic mode because that's cool. The mode that I know.
Yeah, so what we've done in the game, I mean, despite all of the other new content, we've actually also got sort of the 5 sort of key modes from the original Retro Evolve 2.
Right, like there was no way that you could have done this without pacifism.
We've got very interesting versions of pacifism in the new game, but you know, old and new, it's always interesting. But I mean, obviously, pacifism's a great mode, and it's really cool, and a lot of the fans want it. And also because we're on a lot of new platforms, it's really good for people who've never got to play the original pacifism, so we're really pleased about that. So so I mean, it's really cool for us.
And I also see Waves. So I think Waves, I mean, that was in Project Gotham 4.
Yeah,
that was in the arcade cabinet there.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it ever escaped. Did it come out? I mean,
it ended up in
Geometry Wars 2, right?
Yeah, it ended up in Retro Evolve 2.
And one thing that I think people often forget is that there aren't just 3 Geometry Wars games. Like there was Geometry Wars, which was the demo in Project Gotham 2.
Yeah, that's it.
And that was followed by Geometry Wars Retro Evolved, which is the one that most people probably played. It was the $5 Xbox 360 launch game. And that was followed by, there was Galaxies.
Yeah, well, then we had Galaxies just came out just before Retro Evolve 2. And now we're here with Dimensions, which is kind of like, takes elements of some of those, but loads and loads of new sort of ideas.
Right, so I'm gonna try Deadline, and I'm gonna see if I can just jump into this as someone who has not played this game before.
Okay.
But I have played Geometry Wars before.
Yeah. So this is, I mean, what we've done in Dimensions is everything is the same. I mean, the ship movement, the enemies, they're all exactly the same behaviour. They're exactly the same movement speeds. So as you say, in these modes are the arcade. Something they're the same.
I think this is just immediately familiar.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool that you can just buy this game and kind of have that exact same experience, but you have a lot more stuff.
Oh yeah,
which we'll get to.
Yeah, definitely. We can show you some of that later. But you know, it's just cool. It was important for us because the game has got a lot of fans and it's kind of a classic. So we wanted to make sure that people, if they've upgraded the systems or they've never played it before, they're able to play it with this game as well.
Oh,
it's still Geometry Wars. It'll still kill you. Yeah, playing
green squares are still the bane of my existence. As are the pink ones, as are pretty much every single shape in this game.
The pink ones that break into 2.
Shapes are the worst.
This is all using our new kind of rendering engine, so it's 1080p, 60 frames a second.
Right, it's like it looks like it's on a big cube almost, but it's like it's plane that's 3-dimensional.
Yeah, I mean we're not doing it. I mean, because it's a classic sort of 2D shape, we've got a little bit of movement on the camera, but it's just a slight sort of tilt.
And we're playing the Xbox One version at the moment. What are the other platforms that this game is coming out?
Yeah, it's coming out on. Obviously on the Xbox One and 360, but it's also coming out for the first time on the PlayStation platforms as well. So it's on PS3 and PS4, and we're also doing a version on Steam as well. So they're all coming out at the same time. So I think a lot of people were introduced to the sort of this dual stick analog movement of this game back on the Xbox 360. And obviously there have been lots of games like that since then. Why do you think Geometry Wars is still so relevant, so important? I think the thing with Geometry Wars is that, I mean, we're big fans of this genre. Full stop. We love arcade games, especially like shooters. But I think Geometry Wars has got a certain fluidity of movement. The pace is different to a lot of these style of games. And also the enemies, they've all got very distinct personalities, and I think that's very important when you start throwing a lot.
It's not that you say personalities, because they really are just shapes, but the way that they move, that implies a personality almost.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, I mean, the fact that they are these shapes just means they're easy to pick out with your eye and sort of peripheral vision. And it's one of those things where even when you get a sort of a horde of them appear, you can start picking out different ones quite quickly and sort of trying to interpret what's their kind of behaviour and which one you should try to take out first.
Oh! I'm glad that I haven't seen a snake yet.
Yeah, don't you worry.
Oh man. It's over.
So yeah, as you say, every single level in this game. So obviously all the classic levels have got their own leaderboards, and so have all of the adventure levels as well.
All right, so I think I have to. So Evolved Classic is the one. It's the endless mode, right? That's
It's the endless.
3 lives.
Yeah, it's the 3 lives.
Let's just quickly try passive because I think people love / hate this game. This is the one that you played until 3 a.m. in the morning because someone else on your leaderboard was slightly higher than you at this. And then you just deleted them from your friends list because that was easier than beating them.
That's one of the good things with the Joystiq, wasn't it? It's one of the good things we've been able to achieve with the adventure mode is the amount of variation and sort of variations we can do with game modes has made it quite an interesting sort of experience.
I got too greedy.
That's always a problem though, isn't it? Risk and reward.
Oh, so I have to do that again.
So yeah, we've got quick retry as well, so when you die you can just tap X really quick sometimes and you can just restart straight in.
How long have you guys been working on this?
Been in full production for around a year now. I mean, the ideas and concepts have been working on for quite some time really. It's been one of those sort of labour of loves for us, and that's why there's so much content in there. We've been trying to cram as many things in as we can, because we don't know when the next one's going to be, and we're very keen on people getting a load more.
Oh, that was terrible. How did this conversation come up to bring back Geometry Wars?
It's just been one of those things. I think there's we've been playing with ideas and stuff like that. This is just always the way. We just ended up we've got friends and people who we know. We just meet up at different shows and stuff like that, and sometimes conversations lead to different projects. And we'd actually just done some really cool stuff with some prototypes, and it came up in conversation, and we were like, oh yeah, we've got this really exciting thing. We've kind of got some interesting ideas and some new techniques to actually do 3D shapes, which is something we've been after doing for quite some time. And it just led from there really, and it was really cool. It was sort of a meeting of minds, which was very positive. So,
yeah, what if we get stuck on this mode? I might not actually let you leave until I at least do something respectable in this mode, because it's been non-stop embarrassing since the beginning. Now, see, like that was terrible.
It's always hard to play and talk.
Evil General 4 is saying that he really hated this mode, but I think he means he loves it.
Yeah, in a good way.
It's a love-hate relationship.
We've got a kind of an interesting variation on a pacifism mode adventure, which I might be able to show you in a little.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pull me away from this after this. No more pacifism.
So straight away, you're getting a lot of value for your $15 now, aren't you?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
you're sinking your money into it.
I mean, I'm just streaming this game, and oh no.
And as you can see, we've got some
wax on, wax off.
Yeah, we've got some amazing lighting effects now into the game. So, if you want to power the next gen, we can do some really nice stuff with bloom and sort of glows.
Right. So let's. We're familiar with waves and King. King is also a really good one. It's very challenging. Let's jump to adventure.
Yeah. So here, this is like a top level. This shows each of these is a unit basically. How the game is quite unlocked at the moment, this demo, but every single one of these you unlock, you get 1 star. That kind of unlocks the next one.
Okay.
And so the star ratings are kind of like bronze, silver, gold. Not too hard to get 1 star, but it can be quite hard to get 3 stars. And they're used to unlock you get bosses and stargates and things like that. You can unlock.
So you have an active loadout down there. What's the loadout about?
Well, if you go say to level 3 and
so
jump into
level
that,
3.
I can show you some of the things.
It's an evolved mode. Okay.
Yeah, so basically this is like lives and just uncapped, so it's just till you run out of lives. So you get your lives targets and you go through this. This would show your leaderboards if we were connected. So if we go to the next screen, you see the first kind of thing you can load out. So we've now got drones in the single player.
Okay.
So these are kind of autonomous little guys so you can use for different strategies in the game. So this guy's attack, we've got Collect who picks up the geoms to increase your multiplier. And we've got Ram, he sort of flies off and goes knocking into the other enemies nearby, so it's kind of slow but precise. And we've got sniper, which is like a classic sniper weapon. So chooses near enemies. It's got a lot slower rate of fire. And shoots that. And defend shoots in the opposite direction of you, basically.
Okay.
So kind of covers your back.
So I wanted to upgrade. So let's say I go. So I'm selecting this and I'm using. What is the currency then?
So the currencies are geoms you earn in the game.
Okay.
So they not only give you
finally those
multiplier,
things are useful.
Yeah. So they don't only give you multiplier. Well, they use for score anyway. But and that's the important bit. But yeah, you can then use them to. Sort of level up both your specials and your drones.
So these guys are going to help me now, but it's still evolved. So this is the classic mode.
So basically, it's a classic style. So you're on a twisted level now. So it's got a slight twist in it.
Oh, you're right.
Cool. So you can see like both edges when you get to the end.
It's kind of like playing on a flag.
Yeah. So but the game mode basically score as many points as you can in 3 lives, I think. And you've got one special, which the other thing you selected. Yeah, you have bomb on your right trigger. And that's the smart bomb. But now on the left trigger, you've got these specials. And I think you put the turret on, which is crazy when you activate that. So when it gets a bit hairy, so and that's on your left trigger. And so the cool thing is you can mix and match both of those together for different strategies. So like when we're playing against each other in the office, some guys go in at different strategies, and they all have the pros and cons, which is cool.
The shape of the environment right now is making me feel like I'm losing my mind.
Well, in a good way, I hope.
Because it's strangely mesmerizing.
Yeah. We're really pleased.
It's giving me a strange feeling in my stomach. I feel like it kind of twists your perception of your distance from the enemy, so you have to be extra careful.
Yeah, you'll find is that the way we've done the thing with the game is everything still moves on the same path. So like the rockets now have the trails and stuff, which sort of really promote what angles they're coming in and how they're playing.
But is this like what is the square or the surface area of this?
So this is like kind of a smaller than like the original kind of grid on that twisted. We've got ones that are larger, and we've got some crazy shapes as well.
So I can either retry this or assuming I did amazingly.
So the thing is as well as the loadout means that you can go straight in. So like it saves the last loadout you had. So if you press X anytime, you can jump straight in.
Okay.
Because you see on the top level, you can see your rivals and score.
Board 412 says the bending is tripping me out. I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
The bending is weird.
If you like the bending, there's some more crazier stuff we can show you than that. So.
Right. So I'm just going to try the next one here. Game mode.
Yeah. So this is like this is kind of a sort of a 2D style. Go for the attack drone maybe on this one.
Attack. Okay.
Yeah. Bigger guns. And this is you can use any of these. I'd go for maybe the homing missiles.
Homing. All right. Let's try that.
So these are both maxed up.
I like how quickly it is to get into the different.
Yeah, it's really quick to restart and get in.
Alright, so wait, what is this?
There's basically
there's a tear in the fabric of reality.
Yeah, so there you go, another tear. But it's so this is kind of like one of the more classics. It's still 2D, but we do different things.
Right.
You see the edges of the grid. So it's kind of this deadline style mode.
I feel like this is like when I rob a bank, I wear a mask just like this one. Just look through the holes.
You can see the mysterious things, weird Bocky lens flares and crazy things that are going on in the back.
Where does this fit in the Geometry Wars timeline? Now, is this a prequel or is it?
Oh no, it's we see it as like it's an evolving story. We have
I'm just waiting for the novelization.
Yeah, one day we'll have a book. I'm sure we will. We have crazy little things that we say like in the office and explain ourselves and sort of the story behind it all. There is no real story, but it's the fact that we kind of it's not, we don't consider it a space game. We think of it as something like almost like what would go on in the computer's mind if it was having some sort of schizophrenic attack, that kind of stuff.
Oh no!
So we kind of play around with different things like that, and like it's cool and. This is good.
Oh, do you have new shapes?
Yeah, so these guys
are new, right?
so these guys are called gobblers. So they don't actually come towards you. If you look, they're going towards the geoms and trying to take the geoms away.
They're trying to steal from you.
Yeah, so they're stealing the geoms to stop you scoring as high. And the cool thing is when they get, so these guys are your power-ups actually. Things you shot there, they're called super states. They're little enemy circles that appear in different formations, and if you kill them, you have like 10 seconds to kill that formation. You get power-ups.
Then you get a power-up.
Yeah,
okay,
and the different shapes give you different power-ups. So that was kind of a quad laser. That guy that flew towards you there was called a nufo.
Oh,
Yeah,
get away
I've
from
used
me.
your triggers. So yeah, so there's kind of like loads of new sort of enemies
man.
along the way you're going to discover. Those guys, nufos, give you a lot of points. They drop some cool geoms, but they just appear every now and again in a level, and they're kind of hard.
Alright, 2 stars. I find that acceptable. So wait, so this is game mode boss. What is this
Yeah,
about?
so we have boss levels as well.
There are boss
so-
levels.
Yeah, so it's one of the things that a lot of fans wanted. We want to try and make them. They work well in the adventure mode. They kind of have gates. They work as a good gate for the player to go back and sort of enjoy some of the previous levels. So, and they're quite tough. I mean, this one's. I'm not going to curse you, but it's not too tough. But
Have you spent a lot of time tuning the I mean, so like you do need to get a certain number of stars to advance on the map.
yeah.
Did you spend a lot of time like working on that so it doesn't feel like you're being blocked off even?
Oh yeah, I mean, it's not. We've not been over harsh on it. We've just done it so you can't just 1 star all the way to the end, really. And I think the important thing with that, even with Retro Evolve 2, was you had to grind a bit on every game mode before you unlock the next one. And it was just to make sure you play the game, because the skills you learn as you play the game. Each of these different battles, there's new things to pick up and techniques to learn. And you'll be doing it as a service to yourself, because there's things to discover in every level as well if you just play it once or twice. So it's just on like that, but it's definitely not like a hard grind to get to the end.
Right. So it won't be like you just get stuck on that 1 star that you need.
Oh no, you shouldn't do definitely, because you open up a lot of levels. You can just go back and play favourites or ones where your friends are challenging you. Cool. But I mean, on this one it'd be useful to use like your trigger. So you use maybe your right or left trigger. So that was your smart bomb, and then you got you. But if you just quickly retry, I think
Quick retry, right?
Maybe
How was my strategy of just shooting at him?
To be honest, that's fair enough. I mean, you get close. I mean, shooting's good in this game, but running's also useful. So basically, every time his shield comes down, he creates formations in different sort of ways to attack. But the closer you get, obviously, the more bullets are going to hit him faster. But then he has a proximity mine, essentially, every time you take his energy out, and it sort of comes creeping towards you. So if you get that power up now,
Look at this.
you can just chuck loads of places now. Keep a good safe distance. So he's coming for you now. So all I'll do is I'll hit your next
What is
trigger.
the negotiate button?
The left trigger. There you go. So that guy's called the turret. That's the special ability called the turret.
Right, so that's something that was in my loadout.
Yeah, so that was the thing that you made your drone do. So different behaviours of the drone, and the specials can all be sort of mixed and matched. But what you can also do is different behaviours of the drone make them move in different ways as well. So you can sort of use that to strategise. That took him out well done.
Yes.
So there you go. First boss down. You won't take the last boss down that easy. Trust me on that.
Well, I should hope not.
No, it's. I think there was one guy who says 130 goes, but he was still enjoying it, so that's fine. So you can try one of the more sort of kind of 3D shapes or something if you want.
Right. So which one?
So
this the shapes above the.
So
the
yeah, so
tile
it kind of
is what
shows
the
the
map
sort
will
of
be like.
So
Alright, so
this
let's
is kind of a
sausage smash. Let's do that.
So this one's it's like a sausage shape. That's what we call it, sausage shape.
Let's see. I want to try. What is snipe about?
Snipe's not too bad actually. I'd go back and you could level it up a bit because it's only on base 1, so you've collected a load of geoms, so you can level it up. It doesn't take too long to really range up, but again there's still some sort of progression to it all, and that's when you play the game, it feels nice. Really, these are cool. Homing missiles. Cool.
Alright, so you get 1 drone and 1 super.
Yeah, well, your drone's infinite because it's kind of indestructible, but in this, so you've got 1 smart bomb and 1 super you can activate on this levels. So now he's sniping and shooting.
Oh, this is interesting because it's actually limiting to your field of view.
Yeah, well, the cool thing is so you can manipulate.
You have like a very
that.
long view of the situation.
So like the poles are great because you get a good view down the thing, but at the same time they're very dangerous because enemies can spawn there, or things coming from the left to north and south.
I like seeing the shots curve around the edge.
Yeah, the bullets basically go for a good distance, and Joystiq was all about shooting things. There you go. That's your missile super. It's taking out a few enemies for you. But it's cool because if you look, the enemies spawn down in beams, so even when they're off screen, you can kind of generally see where enemies have come down. On that. So if you shoot that, you get the super. So that's shooting in both directions for you. That's a special. That's like sort of rear gunner type of special you power up.
Oh man, those must be dangerous on this.
But what we really love about it is it feeds into all that peripheral.
Oh, it's the
snakes.
Not the snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
You've got smart bump. You can always use that. Or you could. You lost on the spinner. You survived the snake spinner. On the spinner. So.
Indiana Jones is not enjoying this thing. He's with you.
But see, the cool thing is you kept all the fluid movement. It still feels like geometry.
Yeah, it really does feel exactly the same.
Exactly what it is. I mean, that's the thing. We wouldn't do it. It wouldn't be Geometry Wars if it was. And that's like really important. You know, it's,
like games like these are like the feel of them.
Yeah,
is extremely closely tied to whether or not you're doing control.
Absolutely. I mean, there just was no way. Oh, you just
yeah.
Take it. But it's really cool for us. I mean, the team's really happy with what we've done. Because obviously we're big, there's a lot of pressure for us to make sure we kept, the legacy feeling cool. But it's been good because we've got some young guys coming as well who've not sort of worked on the other games. So they've come with new ideas and fresh ideas as well. And that's what we're excited about.
I have to say this. Titan.
So Titan's a new game mode. Actually, it's quite a cool game mode.
All right, let's try it.
Kind of a bit like Asteroids.
Huh.
So
let's see.
I'd probably go for something heavy duty, like maybe attack on this one, because you get some big.
Alright, we'll do attack, and do you want to use black hole? Is that a good one?
Black hole might be okay on this level. It's turret. That'll get you out of the situation. In this level, because it's a good backup one. Turret.
I'd say this game is more challenging than I expected. Like those Geometry Wars skills, they do get rusty. Let me tell you.
So these guys are called Titans. So they're like large versions
really
of the enemy.
Shapes. And
then they break down to smaller shapes, and then they break down to the last shape creates a spawn of that enemy. And so they all so in this one, really, the tactic is to try to not always just scattergun. Sometimes you might be careful that you're not shooting too many on the other side, because
you're creating
the larger
enemies.
ones, and the larger ones are multiple hits, so they take a few hits to kill, and sort of especially the sort of medium size, they're quite fast and they move with the grid. So you kind of get it's quite cool as you creep over the top. You can see like the enemies start distorting them before you get there.
Oh, that's a big guy.
So it's a little bit.
I'm gonna try to focus on these.
It's a bit like Zulu when they all come charging over the hill. So if you tap X, then you could quickly restart.
Oh, I see. I didn't
That's
even
a
notice
one
that.
hit. That's a one hit level. We've got quite a lot of our levels are like that. So the pressure's on straight away from the start.
Yeah, I need to get used to using the drones. I think I'm not using them.
Yeah, using your specials and picking the right. I mean, this guy's cool because he backs you up, but that's great.
Look at that, it's covering the whole area.
I mean, that's fully maxed out. We have maxed
it wouldn't be that easy at this point normally.
No.
Oh, damn it!
In fact,
as I say that.
Yeah, as you normally, actually, we have got like a gentle curve into the game, so you kind of unlock a few of these features just to teach people, but you can then go back and play all the levels with your other models, which is cool because it keeps the scoring sort of really competitive. Yeah, so when they break up, it's useful to sort of jump away because they kind of scattergun around.
My skills may have gone rusty, but
my
resolve has not wavered.
It's still Geometry Wars.
These shapes
just
must be
one
destroyed.
more go seems to be the tagline.
Yeah, we've had multiple goes on this already, so. And you're actually going to leave and take it away at the end of this.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry about that, But it still beats, there's still a few little things I want to polish, but it shouldn't be too long. We're out on the 25th of November.
And you said it's going to be $15?
Yeah, $15, so $15 it's on the 25th of November on the PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 and Steam. And then the next day we're out on Xbox One and 360. So.
Cool, and so you've got adventure mode, you've got the return of the classic modes, and you've got leaderboard implementation.
Yeah,
and
the leaderboard stuff's actually really cool. It also notifies you when you've just been my friend. But
good. I want to.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean,
I want to know that.
Yeah, it's dynamic as well. So like even when you switch on your console every day, you kind of see these beams of light shoot down to different levels in the adventure mode, and a gamer tag appears of who's just beating you as well. So it's really like every time, like when I go every morning, I switch on the machine. It's like. I've been beaten on this level or this level, and it's great because you end up having, even though there's a lot of levels, that gives you a lot of levels you move around and have different competitions with different friends. So it's really good fun.
So now you must be pretty good at this game, right?
I'm not too bad. I could always blame the nowadays on the jet lag.
Well, so what is the, if you had to provide us with the tip or two on getting really good at geometry wars?
It really is learning the behavior of the enemies, like I think, and the techniques, because it's like those guys you had earlier. These guys wanderers are relatively slow. They're not really coming for you, but then you've got the grunts, blue guys like the pacifists, and they will always come towards you. But you can actually use that to an advantage sometimes. So you can sort of lure. You can easily outrun them. These guys are new. These are called bouncers actually. They sort of bounce off surfaces. Because we have like dynamic walls and things like that.
Can they bounce off other enemies?
They don't bounce off other enemies, but they bounce off other surfaces. And
okay,
stuff like that.
So that earlier level that had the windows.
Yeah, they would have been bouncing all around. And they bounce in like a game of geometry wars that all the enemies have to be quite strong. See, these guys, spinners, these are mean. But the technique for them is really to let go of the stick quickly when you shot one, because they don't come towards you anymore when they split into two. And you just quickly swipe the laser left and right, and you can take out the sort of smaller, sort of mean parts and stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't know, like laser power, having that laser power.
I noticed when I use the bomb, like the enemies still spawn, so it's not a complete reprieve from.
No, it's
from
a slight breather.
Yeah,
that's basically how.
So a few more seconds to survive.
Yeah, it's pick up the geoms though. You know, you don't get the points when you use the smart bomb, but you get the geoms, so you can increase your scoring.
I think we're gonna start wrapping up after this one. I think this is the final round that we're gonna play. So I'd better make a good job of killing everything.
Doing well there. I got by the green, giant green.
Yeah. So as soon as someone says you're doing well,
yeah. I can.
You die. Well, it's 2 stars. Okay, so I want to see you play it. So I'm going to hand the controller over to
okay.
to a
Putting the
developer.
pressure on me now. Okay.
Yeah. So let's see how well this goes.
Okay, I'm just going to show you a sort of a different sort of level. This is one of the ones we've got dynamic walls. Okay. So, but I'll just show you. So we're going to.
In the meantime, if anyone in the chat room has a couple of questions, just type them in and hit enter, and I will try to see them as they go by.
Putting the pressure on me now. See how far. This level is crazy.
All right, just do one round, and we'll judge you based solely on that one example.
So this shows some of the new things. We've got walls now. The grid creates walls, and so that moves around. So like this, by doing that, it gives us a lot of dynamics in the play field. So this level feels a bit like playing a scrolling style shoot 'em up. We've got terrain to negotiate as well. So when they're red, the walls are deadly. They do go blue, not deadly then. So you can use that sometimes to your advantage.
So can you can't destroy?
You can't destroy the walls.
The red
at all.
walls.
Okay,
so that's another hazard.
Yes, there's another hazard.
There aren't enough things trying to kill you as it is.
But the cool thing is that promotes a certain sort of movement and strategy within a level. So these bouncers, you can see them bouncing off the walls. I'm trying to shoot them.
They're
try to stay alive, yeah.
Oh, I see what you meant by the bouncing, those bouncing guys.
Hopefully get the super. Yeah, that's. There you go, see that guy over here, come the snakes.
Kill them. Kill them.
Kill the snakes.
Kill them immediately. I mean, if they were decent predators, they would be going.
Took me out there. Lost my missiles. But that's the cool thing. That's the reason we're really excited about all these 50 levels. There's so much variety. I mean, there's loads of stuff.
And so, like, I see you still have the sort of the light beams that let you know the enemy is about to warp in, and that sort of goes back to that back in the day when the snakes spawned underneath you.
Yeah. If you look, there's a little point of light now that appears everywhere, and you've got like it's just about a second, so you can always get out of the way. I ran out of time there, so that's cool. Didn't do too bad.
Right. Someone's asking if there are any tips for the green enemies because they always give me trouble.
Oh yeah.
From Dandel.
Try to. What you want to do with the green enemies, you want to try to get them into a corner. If you haven't got them in a corner, you move them like you sort of chase them with the laser, then swipe the laser the other way, and you can catch them out sometimes with that because they've got like a lag on their movement.
So we've also got you've got a local co-op mode.
Yeah, so let's have a look at.
Let's try that out.
Yeah, cool. So co-op mode allows up to 4 players. So,
Right, so I'm player 2 now.
yeah, so you're the yellow guy. So if you look at co-op, it's kind of got its own 10 levels as well. So there's quite different things we can do. We'll go for a relatively easy one.
Are these the same as the single player missions, or
they're
they're
new,
different? Okay,
sort of
cool.
Different. They're different things as well. They're kind of all on 2D because of the way the camera has to work. It'd be impossible to
Did you try the other way and it just wasn't?
Well, we tried. We can do sort of 3D shapes, but like more like the sort of. But in the end, we've kind of kept with these because they just feel really nice, and it gets crazy in a moment, as you'll soon see. There's a few little glitches here because it's still beta, but
claustrophobia is a new mode.
But yeah, so claustrophobia is actually where the walls come in on against us.
Oh, good.
So we will die in the end, as you always do in Geometry Wars. But
so walls trying to crush you and snakes. Are you sure this is not an Indiana Jones?
Exactly, yeah, it's a homage. So you see these
I'll
walls,
handle
so
this
they're not lethal at the moment, so they're just coming in. So it starts
nice of
processing. I know. So get that new folk eye, get the geoms. But this one is just a one-hit level, so as soon as you die, you're out. But I managed to steal the quad laser in there by shooting the guys first. You see, we've both got our individual scores, but we also, as a team, work together for a combined score. So at the end of the level, you're rated against your score against your friends. You can still play it that kind of way. Oh, there you go.
Well,
but you're out.
You're on your own.
On your own.
You'll be fine. It's just that the walls are coming in.
Yeah,
and
it's all getting
we'll
a bit
be
tight,
crushing it momentarily.
So, so let's just try a different one of the levels. We go to deadline one. We get 3 minutes. We've got like a multiplayer king as well, which is crazy. We've got a really.
Oh, let's try pacifism.
Yeah, this is different. This is a different sort. It's pacifism because there's no shooting.
All right.
But it's a game mode. It's a fantastic game mode in the adventure mode, and this is a co-op version of it.
Oh.
So it's got some new enemy types in this. So we've got these UFOs that go in and out of the screen. So you just have to dodge them. You can't shoot, obviously.
All right. So we're like standing on a freeway, and
and they're the new foes. So they're rapid and they come towards you. But see these mines? You fly into them. You trigger explosions.
Okay, so the mines explode.
So you trigger them and avoid everything else. But these guys, you want to get the new foes and pick up.
Yeah, I was not prepared for the.
No.
Pink
So we'll do a quick restart. There we go. So yeah, the pink one's brutal. So we use them.
It is the deadliest color.
Yeah.
Alright, so avoiding the UFOs.
Just avoid them and look for the mines.
Looking
and
for
trigger
mines. I see a mine.
explosions.
Okay, go away.
Oh, and I've kind of flown into the pink one there. I was talking, so it's down to you now. There you go. So the pink ones are the only ones that give you geoms. So that's why I have to play this kind of game of chicken. It's tough, but it's a really cool.
Let's try that again.
It's a classic pacifism mode. It's like really simple. And you just get lost and get totally stuck in the zone. So it's superb. It sucks a lot of hours out, especially let's say the single player version, which we all need for the flu.
Right,
there we go.
We were both going for the same one.
Yeah. That's fine. We can get the same one.
I'm just gonna hang around near you. You seem to be in a relatively safe zone.
I'm not doing much better. Just keep in the middle. So, there they come.
There's something wonderfully self-destructive about flying into a mine in order to save yourself. Let me go.
Well, now.
No!
Yeah. It's Geometry Wars. Let me show you another kind of. You want to see something bonkers? We'll go for bonkers.
Alright, let's go for bonkers.
So let's go to destruction mode. So this is a kind of a 3 minutes to get as much points as possible. It ramps up the difficulty.
Okay.
You're going to see it. You're going to see a lot of enemies again. There's a few glitches with the grids warping here, so sometimes the ships gets covered, but we know about that. They'll be fixed.
Is sequence mode represented anywhere, or is that sort of
there's it's not in the classic, but what it is there's a new sequence type of level in the actual adventure mode. So it's kind of the same as sequence, but different. So it's the one thing we have.
Oh man,
taken as
having two. I mean, so this goes up to 4 people.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So that must be nuts, just visually.
It is nuts. Yeah. Well, it's a good job we've got the power of next-gen consoles.
So if you're someone who plays sort of couch co-op games and you're always the person who goes, "Why? Which one is me? I lost. I thought I was that one. I thought I was the green one." You're gonna have to train a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of do things where you have your own. You've got your own bullets.
I love the gates. The gates are awesome. Good risk-reward device.
Oh, you got the quad laser. That was me looking at you.
Geometry Wars.
Yeah, so the smart bombs are shared as well, so we share this.
Oh, I'm just gonna. There's no place to hide.
No, it gets tough.
Okay, I'm having trouble. Where am I? I found me. Don't worry about it. I know exactly where I am. Oh, let me alert.
So yeah, basically this game becomes a total, it's all that sort of score-based.
Wait, so we're not running out of lives?
No, it's infinite lives. So it's kind of like it's literally made to kind of ramp up. I mean,
but you obviously can't earn points while you're dead.
Yeah, you can't.
It should be pointed out.
Yeah. So that's the that's the current thing. So what we do is like when you'd be amazed how long. I mean, some of the guys can literally get through this.
Well, that's impressive.
Yeah, so you should see the screen.
I feel I think I can do this if I stop blinking for a few minutes.
Yeah.
You guys
don't close your eyes.
If there's a pre-order bonus, it should be eye drops or something like that. Oh no! Oh no! Great. Just.
I saw him coming.
No witty commentary can capture the concentration required for this.
Just trying to make sure I get more points than you.
Just mind my own business. Thank you. Nope.
Hey.
Wow. All right, I think that's a good point to end. I don't think my brain can handle anymore. But thank you for dropping by and thank you for showing us Geometry Wars 3 dimensions, or Geometry Wars cubed dimensions.
Geometry Wars 3 dimensions. Yeah, that's fine.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and if you want to see more streams like this, remember to subscribe to twitch.tv/joystiq. You'll get a notification as soon as we go live with anything, and we usually play a lot of different games. And later this week we'll be doing some more horror streams, and follow us on joystiq.com. Thanks.